Sorry, I had to get my smoker going again and relight it, so I'm just smoking them a little bit. So what they do when you smoke them is they go inside and eat some honey. So that helps them to slow down and to be a little less aggressive. So I don't know if you can see the front of the box that I'm smoking here. So it's kind of what they do in a forest fire or whatever. If they had to go, inside and get some honey so they can survive. So that tends to be what they do. Show you the box a little bit. The front of the box. This is the entrance they'll use. There's also 2 more entrances that they can go in and out of. And you can already see they're starting to, I have some empty frames in there. I don't know if you can see that. And they're already on the frames and getting ready to move in. So that's a good sign. Now I just need to take the frames out of the box and transition them into the hive. So I'm gonna put a little bit more smoke on them, and I think we should be get ready to go. So let's see if I can take this cover off without them getting excited too much. They're buzzing a little bit, but not too bad. So they'll probably go quite a bit when I open up this cover. So see if I can slowly do that. I don't seem to be too aggressive right at the moment. So I took the cover off. There's a few bees inside the cover, and those will move inside the hive momentarily. So once these frames get transitioned in, when moving them into the hive, what's important to do is keep the frames in the same order. I'll show you the inside of the box just so you can see what that looks like. Maybe just give them a few more smoke here to clear off the top a little bit. And then I'll show you what the hive looks like here. There's 5 frames that come in a nook. Looks like there's 2 newer frames and some older frames. You can tell by the discoloration of the frame. What that means is that they've walked over them quite a bit. They're dirty, if you will, from the feet walking in and over them. So let's go ahead and start moving the frame in. We'll do a little inspection while we're moving it. Use my Hive tool. This is a Hive tool here to separate the frames a little bit. Give me a little bit of room to move them apart. Let's see if we can make this happen. They're pretty tight in here. Oh, there we go. Now we're loose. So this is the first frame, if you could see that. Full of bees on both sides. Not much resources on this, and they're just really filling in this frame. There's really not a lot there. You can see the bees are hanging on it, and that's called fastening. I think I'm saying that right, and that's actually where they get their bee spacing from, is by clinging together. Make sure they get it right. Again, not very many resources on this frame. Pretty disappointed with this. But go ahead and put these in there. I did not see the queen on this. There's a lot though on this side, so it would be really hard to see her moving around. Really don't see her. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. As you can see, there's so many bees on here that she could be underneath the first layer, so you wouldn't really see her. I wouldn't, well, see some larvae on this, so there's some babies, so maybe she's on this one, but not really likely. So just get this one in place. We'll look at the next one. So they have glued the two frames together. Ooh, it came apart pretty quickly, quicker than I wanted. Reposition that box a little bit. Again, this is disappointing. It should be full frames. That is not what I would expect from a Nook normally. But these are new frames, so maybe he thought they would get filled in and they're just not. Wouldn't really expect to see the queen on this one either because it's not a full frame, so there's nowhere for her to lay her eggs. So she tends to stay where she can lay her eggs, and I'm not really seeing that on this frame. So go ahead and put this one in. This older frame has a lot more bees on it, and again, it's more filled in, so we should anticipate maybe seeing the queen on this if we can see her through all of the bees. So this is a pretty full frame of brood, and there's the queen right there. I don't know if you can see her or not, but she is right here, moving around fairly slowly. So it's a good sign we saw the queen. She looks like she's doing well. Lost her there for a second. Huh. But she looks like she's doing well, and I'm happy that I saw the queen. That's a good sign. So then this is what the other side looks like. Again, the brown caps there that you're seeing are baby bees or brood. And so we're gonna move her into this box and transition them to this hive box. They should be pretty happy here, have a lot more space, lots of resources. The flowers are out early this year, so our hives that we have here are doing really well. So again, that's a good sign. I'm gonna take this off. So what this is, I don't know if you saw this, this is a queen cell. It's plastic. They put the baby queen in here, and then in the bottom they put a little piece of candy, and when it's time to release her, the bees will chew through the candy so she can get out. So that's what this is, and it was still in the hive. Oh, just landed on my hand, kind of scared me for a minute. Thought he was gonna sting me, but just checking me out. They see your hand moving across them, and somewhat threatening. So if you move too quickly, they will come up and hit you. And if you panic, then that's when you can get stung. Notice I'm wearing my mask because I don't like to get stung in the face or the head, but getting stung in the hand is not too bad. It's happened quite a few times. Again, here's another frame of brood, pretty full. I see some backfilling of honey, which means they just didn't have anywhere to put it. Normally they would not do that, but they don't have any, since those other frames weren't full of comb. They didn't really have anywhere to put it, so they're putting it in here. You can just see some of the honey in there. It's just the shininess that you see. Some of them you can see some pollen is the lower down ones. Still see some larvae in here. So all good signs for a healthy hive. So get this one situated. I don't know if you noticed, but there was some comb on the top of the frames, and so after I get them in there and get them settled down, I'm going to take those combs off the top and remove those. Not really necessary. Oh wow, and they're building some on the side of the box too, and I'll put those inside. Again, another full frame of mostly brood here. You can see some hatched, so good sign. Lots of good healthy bees. So that's all good. Go ahead and put these in here. Starting to move a little quicker. They're moving around a lot. Try not to get too long into the hives. I'll show you what they did on the side here. Sorry if I'm bumping the camera. They're actually built comb onto the side of the box, as opposed to being on the frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those combs maybe inside the box and see if they'll steal the resources to use that to build some more comb inside on the frame. So go ahead, and I'm going to shake those off and get them in the hive. Before I do that though, I have a few more frames here that you can see that are empty. I'm just going to move those over so that they can start filling those in with comb. Get those in position. They will not probably like me scraping these off. But trying to do it carefully. The bees release a pheromone when they're killed, and so if you accidentally kill one, they get a little bit more aggressive. Again, then you have to use smoke or something to hide that scent. Just gonna go ahead and drop that into the box. Looks like I might have accidentally killed one there, so start to see him maybe be a little bit more aggressive here. Just drop that comb in. I'm actually going to leave this and let it sit for a little while, and because the queen is now in the box, they will all start moving into the box. If you see them now, you see how they're all kind of marching, and the one with the kind of butt up in the air waving it, they do that for two reasons. One is to tell the predators that they're armed. The other is they also can release a pheromone that says the hive is this way, come to the hive. So when they're waving around like that, that's usually a good sign. They're saying come to the hive. So you will see these bees start migrating into the box. So good thing they're accepting this as their home. You're seeing signs of that already. See them, hope you can see that. They're all kind of lined up there. Their butts in the air, kind of waving them back and forth. Again, they're calling all the other bees. This one here, I don't know if you can see it, he's walking, he's got pollen on his legs. So again, more good signs. Just got to get the rest of these in there, but I think they'll start moving in. So once we do that, I'll close it up, and I'll show you that in a little bit later. Thanks.